I actually have to go into work in about 20 minutes. But I wanted to record this because it just popped up and I felt I needed to do it. I was thinking, and this is what I'm thinking. That's redundant. In a world where we have every single reason to be afraid, we have to be fearless. We have to be fearless. We have to. Every single thing in our world right now, in my life right now, is telling me, Jamie, be afraid. Jamie, hide. And I cannot do that. No matter how I feel emotionally, physically, if it scares me, I have got to do it. If it scares you, do it. Obviously, I'm talking within reason. You know, this isn't up for some giant, massive interpretation where it's like, you know, just do anything to show that, you know, you're fearless. No. But I'm saying, if something scares you, it probably means you should do it. And I know that that's another cliche quotation that people talk about all the time. If it scares you, you should probably do it. Yes, you should. You know what? I'm going to actually break the fourth wall because I think it's that important right now. If it scares you, you need to do it. If you feel that it pushes you outside of your comfort zone, do it. If not now, when? It will never be the right time to do something that is right in the moment. If you feel it in that moment, do it. If the only thing holding you back from doing it in that moment is fear, do it. Fear of what's going to happen afterwards. Fear of what's going to come next. Fear of the unknown. Fear of this person. Fear of that person. Fear of repeating something that you've already gone through in the past. Do it. It doesn't matter. There should not be a tally in our life. Meaning, there should not be anybody, especially us, who is keeping score. Ever. You did this time, therefore you can't do it this time. Just do it. If it scares you, if it's going to push you out of your comfort zone, but it's something that you've been feeling uncomfortable with, you're not happy with, and you need to break through, do it. I am telling you. Yes, it's going to be terrifying in the moment. That moment, your anxiety, my anxiety is going to be sky high. Push through it anyway. Just do it. Whatever happens will happen. Whatever is meant to be will be. Whatever you need, you will get. Whatever you want, you probably won't. That's another cliche saying that is actually true. In our lives, the things that we want, we rarely get. But the things that we need, we usually always get. With the caveat of when we're faced with an obstacle, a challenge, every single reason to run in the opposite direction or cower or protect our ego or our pride, or we're afraid of how we're going to look, or we're afraid of what people are going to think of us. Do it. I am so sick and tired, including with myself. I am preaching to myself. There's many things I have done in my life when I have been terrified, but I pushed through it and it worked out. But in that moment, when I was terrified, when I was literally a ball of anxiety, I was a mess. And probably for weeks, maybe months after, I was still a mess. But I got back up. At some point, I did get back up. Being fearless is very hard in today's world. But being fearless, when you know in your gut, in your stomach, that it is the absolute right thing to do, you've got to do it. You have to. Think of the worst case scenario. Most people that are neurotic and have anxiety and depression like me, in our heads we're thinking the worst thing that could happen to us, right? As a result of us kind of maybe breaking through this momentary fear, or standing up for ourselves, or, I don't know, just being brave. In our minds, we instantly go to, everything's going to turn into chaos. Whatever little we have control of is going to turn to chaos. And that freaks us the fuck out, right? It does that to me. Because in our mind, we're thinking, whatever little control I manage to have in my life, which is so small, which I've had to fight for to get that, I don't want to risk losing all that for one momentary impulse of something that maybe I'm not comfortable with right now that I have to stand up for. Do it anyway. I am telling you, please. It is absolutely worth being fearless. Especially when it's hard, guys. Why am I crying in like all these videos? You guys are going to watch these and think I'm a mess, which I am. I'm very emotional today. I don't know. Listen, when I decided to start doing videos again, I made a promise to myself. I am not going to give a fuck what anybody thinks about me. I didn't before, and that's why I am censored and banned on every social media platform. But that's okay, because they're private companies, they have rules. YouTube. But when I watch videos on the internet, who do I want to see? Who do I want to go to sleep listening to? People that are themselves, that are fearless, that I know are real, that are authentic, because our world is slowly but surely turning into a complete composite. A complete simulation. What is wrong with me today? Okay, well, at least I'm catching this on film. So that maybe one person can see this stuff. And it will strike a chord. That's all I care about. Because I was that person. I still am that person. That all it takes is one person to strike that chord that gives us the permission to hang on, right? And not give up. And I will not have snot coming from my nose like I noticed in one of my other videos that I posted. I noticed, because I have so much heavy makeup on for work, that I just had snot and boogers just raining. I didn't care, apparently. Oh, and trust me, when I was editing it, the first thing in the back of my mind was, how do I edit this out? But I was saying some really cool stuff as the snot was coming down, and I was like, shit, I can't edit this. Alright. I have to go to my job. I'm really glad I got this on film. I am really glad I did. I am glad that I tried to break the fourth wall to capture this on film. Now, I'm going to go into a job. And people are going to treat me like dirt. But I am going to take it. I'm going to hold my head high. I will get my minimum wage. I am actively taking steps to hopefully move on to something better. But I'm just proving to you, everything I just preached, I'm about to have to go and apply. People are going to piss me off. People are going to say one sweet, kind thing that will just stick with me for the rest of the night and help me get through the night. People will treat me like dirt. People will take their anger out on me, make me feel small. But I will not, not now and not ever, back down or quit if I think it's the wrong thing to do and I can get through it. All right. It's done. It's recorded. It's on film. All right.